Our knowledge that we have in Japan is quite limited because of the lack of news of your movement here. So if we ask you some rude questions, you will allow us, you will forgive us.
No,
Please.
no, that's all right. Ask any question you like to.
In order to know the fact, he'd like to know, first of all, the things that you advocate in your movement.
I would like to give you a little summary of our work. First of all, I am a divine appointed person. I'm not a person that have picked up some kind of program on my own card. I'm divinely sent to warn my people of the destruction of the white race here in America, especially number one. And since my people are here, right in the midst of them, God have asked me to warn them to join on to their own kind and separate themselves from the white man, because he is going to destroy him and the white race. And America's number one. He said he would destroy America's first, and the others later on, but America's goes first. All the American people that is in Asia and Africa, he will have them brought back here, and here will be the death of all of them. And my work is to warn my people of this destruction that is now coming to America, and to teach them a knowledge of self.
To teach white people, you mean?
Teach my people
My people.
the knowledge of self, and to clean them up and reform them. My work is to reform them. They has been following the white man for 400 years, and they do as he said do, and he has led them astray, and has gotten them practicing evil and filth. And my work is to reform them, make them fit for the acceptance of better society of people in the world.
Did you say that you were going to bring all the white people from all parts of the world to this land?
All the Americans
Yes.
that is living in other parts of the earth, Asia, Africa,
Yes.
the islands of the sea.
Yes.
He said he'd gather them all, bring them back here to kill them here
Okay.
in America.
What is your opinion of Christianity?
The white man's organized religion, they enslave black people. I don't accept it as being a divine religion. It is a religion that was organized by white people for the purpose of deceiving black people with, to control and rule the black people under that religion. Christianity is a religion, their fundamental principles of belief is contrary to the divine principles of God. Their principles of belief is first a belief in God the Father, second the Son, third a Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
And that this ascribed sonship with God. We don't believe in God having a son. He don't need a son. He's not married, and he don't need a son. So to charge him with getting a son by Mary out of wedlock, then he's considered to have committed an act of adultery. since the divine law teaches against getting children out of wedlock. So they charges God with that. And it is backed by the power of the Western white imperialistic people, and Rome is the capital of it, and it is a complete religion of the white people. We believe in Islam. We believe in God being one. We believe His prophet is one.
Prophet.
We believe in His prophet as one. In the last day, He have a prophet with Him in the resurrection of the dead. We believe in Him as Muhammad. And we believe that in the judgment of the world. We believe in the judgment.
Judgment.
Yes, sir. And the resurrection of the dead. But we actually believe that we are the dead, mentally dead, that must be resurrected first. The so-called American Negro, who is not a Negro, it's a slang the white slave masters give him.
Yes.
His real name is he's a member of the black man of Asia from a tribe in that nation by the name of Shabazz. Shabazz.
Could you spell that?
S-H-A-B-A-Z-Z.
Could I interrupt your comment? You spoke about people being mentally dead. What do you mean by that? Your people are mentally dead now?
Mentally dead to the knowledge of self and their kind and God and the devil. They don't know these in reality.
I see. We have been told in Japan that the aim of black Muslims here is the separation of your people from the white folks. But since we have heard what you said now, your aim is really not only to separate yourselves from the white people, but to destroy the white people. That does mean that your theory has changed, or it has always been the same.
That's right. We must be separated from the American white people. We have been here under them as slaves for 400 years. They have mistreated us. They have beaten and killed us night and day. For the duration of that time, 400 years, we are still deprived of justice in America. We are not looked upon wholly as a human being. We don't have the rights of a human being here, not to think of civil rights. And we are asking for total separation. And if America doesn't wish to return us, if America doesn't wish to return us where we came from, then I am asking America to separate some of this territory where that we can live in a part of it to ourselves, set up our own borderline, and live and build a civilization like we want, and not as he wants. And that he, we believe that he is obligated, should be, to finance us, and that which we will not be able to produce for the next 25 years after total separation in some part of the earth that we can call our own country. He supports us there.
He has to support you.
Yes, sir.
For
until we are
25 years.
able to produce the needs of our people.
So you are thinking of going back to Africa if America takes care of that?
If America will return us
Yes.
back to Africa,
Yes.
that's just fine. We will go.
I see.
In the part owned by the Muslims, we can't carry Christian believer from here.
I see.
We all have to be Muslims
Yes.
to return to Africa, Arabia, Pakistan, any of those Muslim countries. We have to be Muslim. And the Christians stay here with the Christian for the voice.
Could you describe a little bit more about the destruction or killing of white folks that you mentioned before?
As I said in the beginning, that God have revealed to me His purpose to destroy America. The time of all white people is up as ruling powers over dark, brown, yellow, and red races. His time is up. He was to live only 6,000 years on our planet and rule us under evil, to try the original people under a ruler of evil. He was made a devil from the very beginning. Yes, he was made a devil and was taught tricks how to trick the original darker people into believing a lie for truth and truth for lie, and to divide them and put one against the other so that he could rule them. That's what he has been successfully doing with us here in America and in parts of Africa. And most all over the world, wherever he gets a hold of that particular people under Christianity, he deceives them. And that people automatically becomes a subject of his.
Thank you.
And God says to me that he will destroy this country in one day. And that, he said once it would be destroyed in 12 hours. And
Be destroyed in 12 hours.
in 12 hours. And I asked how. He says by cutting a shortage into gravity, causing the exploding of the atom over
Could
America.
you say that again, please?
Cut a shortage into gravity, and that will cause the exploding of all the atoms over North America and turn it into a complete flame of fire, as far up as air goes. It will be in a flame. And he said it will burn for 390 years.
God will destroy this part of the world, the whole world?
No,
This
just America alone.
world by cutting a shortage on gravity.
Cutting a shortage, causing a shortage
Yes.
into gravity. Like a shortage, in electric.
Yes. Yes.
And that will explode all the atoms
Yes.
over the continent
Yes.
and turn it.
He has been told in Japan that by white people that black Muslims account only for 1% of the colored folks in the United States. He wonders if this percentage is true. If you have any better information on this, you'd like to know. And also he'd like to know the activities, some of the activities that you are doing here.
We don't have a record of all the followers or believers. They are hard to keep up with. We get 100 today here, 50 over there, 25 here, 30 somewhere else, and then at the same time we get maybe 300 or 400 sympathizers.
Yes.
And you understand what?
Yes.
Not they're really joining up with us, but they with us in idea.
Yes.
And this way they may run to 1 million in sympathy, and maybe 250, 300 or 400,000 actually registered. See?
You don't have a record? No.
We don't keep a total record of all of them, but we do have a record of over 200,000.
Are there other groups like French or of other nationalities in your group?
No, we don't have any other nationality. We have some not French people, but we have a few of your people.
What people?
We have a few of your people.
Oh, Japanese or
yes,
Chinese?
And Mexicans, we have some of them, and Panama, and down through the Central American, we have some. But we don't say that we have foreign people when it comes to you, but French and the American people are the same almost. They're white people.
Yes.
And we just exclude all whites.
What are the kinds of colored people who are the believers of your belief? There are quite a few students, I'm told. Is that true?
About 99% of them is all my people here in America. And, there are Africans who wants to join up, and some of them accept. They are in here just going to school, colleges, universities.
Yes.
But still they want to join up with us.
Yes. Would you say more than half of students?
Well, I have probably all of them sympathizing with me, but actually to register up with us, we don't have many of them on the register because we not so particular about registering them up because they already is in the safe zone. The main thing we are after is getting our people out of America.
Yes.
And if we can't, well, okay, we got make, if it pleases him, he take Americans from them and give us a place here.
Yes. Are most of these are poor people, would you say?
Well, we have a few that is wealthy, just a few, but the greater percentage of them are real poor people. I would say 90% or more are poor people.
We have been told that your movement is partly composed of encouraging people to get rid of the habit of dopes and drugs. Would you give us some other movement that you are engaged in this respect?
Anyone that follows me, he will have to quit dope and such thing as tobacco and alcohol, drinking, beer and whiskey. What I mean, alcohol is drink. And no drunkards, no dope users, and no people who love to have games of chances, idling at their time away in foolishness. If they come to us, we try and break them from such habit and to teach them to take life serious, that it was not given to us for sport and play. And especially us, while we are slaves, we should be thinking, trying to find a way out to self-independence. This is what we want, is self-independence from the white man. We don't like gambling, and we got to unite our people so that they will love each other. They must love each other, and each brother must be sacred. He must not draw the blood of his brother. What I mean by that, fighting each other. And they must not quarrel with each other. They must live in peace with each other. And they must stand up and fight and die for the cause with any enemy that is against us. If he attacks us, we are never to be the aggressor ourselves, but if he attacks us, we are to fight until we all are dead to try and win.
You said you have to fight against people who are against your cause. Does it include people who are like NAACP?
We fight them with the truth. We never intend to attack our own people unless they attack us.
ですね、相手がですね、我々を攻撃しない限りは、こっちからですね、攻撃を仕掛けていくというですね、意図はもっと持ってないと。
The NAACP and the Corps are pleading to the white people for jobs and for social equality only. And that's no future for us. We want earth to build our own nation, produce our own nation's needs. That's what we're after.
He assumes that the members or believers of black Muslims are citizens of the United States of America. If you are a citizen of America, you have to be loyal to America. In this connection, he'd like to ask for your comment.
We cannot and never will be citizens of America as long as we are here. We cannot be.
You cannot be citizens.
We cannot be citizens here. Our father was brought here as slaves.
Yes.
And the slave court is that no alien or foreign people of our kind, the dark people, no aboriginal can ever be a citizen of America. And that we are the property of America, never to be redeemed. That's their court. That we cannot even redeem ourselves. And therefore, we don't consider ourselves citizens of America. It's just only in word. It cannot be in deed because they don't treat us as a citizen. And we And in fact about it, they don't treat us as a human being. And we can't be citizens of America.
Yes.
We are from Africa, and they have never made us citizens. They didn't bring us here for no such thing, purpose as making us citizens. They brought us here for slave purposes.
Now, many people are engaged in civil rights movements, and if this great problem or movement works out well, your theory or idea will never have changed.
I know will change regardless if the government gives our people civil rights. I still.
Or you'd like to know how our movement has got started in the first place.
On the coming of Mr. Farad,
Pardon?
his name, Mr. Farad, F-A-R-D.
F-A-R-D. Fard.
Muhammad.
Mr. Fard, you say?
Well, that would be the
F-A-R-D?
pronunciation in English, but we in the Arabic it's Farad.
Fard.
Farad. Yes, Farad. Will not say.
This is Detroit. He made a speech in Detroit. Yes.
Came here in 1930. I met him in 1931 in Detroit, Michigan. And he was and is my teacher today. He is the one that I represent as Allah, meaning God, in person, whom the Bible, prophets, and whatnot predict this coming one at the end of the white race time. In Arabic, they call him the Mahdi, one who is coming self-independent to guide the world back into Islam and to kill the infidels. We say God in person.
All right. Mr. Fard came from Africa?
Holy city Mecca. Mecca, Arabia.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
In 1930.
30, yes.
Did Mr. Fard appoint you as Allah or God or Bible? Or did you clarify that point?
No, sir. As his messenger.
Mr. Fard.
I am the messenger
of God.
Yes.
Yes. And in what position did Mr. Fard appoint you?
He's God himself.
Ah.
And I am his messenger.
Where is Fard living now?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. That is something that we just don't know.
Not because,
actually where about.
Not because it is a secret, but we just don't know.
Just don't know.
But how do you get instructions or teachings from her?
Well, he left me enough to last me for about, I would say, about 40 years. And he gives me instruction no, but it comes, by word in the ear.
If it's all right with you, he'd like to ask your own personal problems. I mean, your history, your date of birth, things like that.
I was born 1897, October the 7th.
October
The 7th, 1897.
1897.
97, yes.
Yes.
And I was brought up in the state of Georgia on the farm My father, he farmed. He grew cotton and corn and other farm products.
Or he was employed by a white man?
He was under white man, yes, sir. Well, he didn't own his own land. He rented the land and for farming. At the age of 22, around 22, I married. And I moved from Georgia to Detroit, Michigan in 1923.
You must have been 25. 25 at that time, in 1923.
About 25.
Yes.
When I left Georgia.
I see. But you married at
about 22.
Okay.
I left about 3 years after I married.
I see.
I lived in Detroit for 10 years and moved from Detroit here in 1934, and I've been here since that time. 29 years.
You said you married when you were 21 or 22. Or is your wife still healthy?
Yes, sir. She's still alive.
You live with her?
She's in Egypt at the time.
Oh, in Egypt?
Yes, sir. She lives. She's visiting her son there. Our son, we have a son in Al-Azhar University.
Al-Azhar?
Yes, sir.
Could you please?
Al-Azhar. A-L.
A-L.
A-Z-A-R.
アラザーでですね、息子さんが大学に行ってる。Where is the Al-Azhar, please?
That's in Cairo, Egypt.
カイロですね。エジプトのカイロにあると。息子さんが。How many children have you?
8.
8人の子供。
6 boys and 2 girls.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes, Sharif.
Sharif.
That's my son-in-law.
Son-in-law. Your daughter's...
Yes, sir, my oldest daughter. He has been following me ever since he was around about 16, 14 years old.
That's all right. May I ask your age now?
44.
44. That's right. This is 30 years. All right. Is the son that you mentioned just now who is going to school, or the eldest son?
No, he's the youngest son of all. He's the baby of all of my family. His name is Akbar.
Akbar.
It's A capital A-K-B-A-R. Akbar. Muhammad.
Akbar.
Yes, sir.
How about the other sons? The other 5 sons?
I have other 5 sons.
Yes, they are in the States, United
Yes, sir. They all. Yes, sir. They all is here, all except that one. They live right here in Chicago.
I see.
Yes, sir.
But they are not living with you in this house.
No, they're all married.
They are married and live in Chicago.
Yes, sir.
They live in Chicago. What are the occupations that your sons
But they mostly work for the movement.
They all fight for a movement.
Yes, sir. They
support you.
And they work in for a business such as the stores, and cleaning establishment, and some is in the mosque, the temple, that have jobs there.
Others
work on the paper, paper staff.
Please excuse us asking for personal questions, but what are the members who live in this particular house now?
This in my home here is my daughter and her husband over here, who has 5 children.
5 children?
5, 4, 5, yes, but he have 5. 1 son and 4 daughters. and I have an elder sister of mine live here.
I see. She's not married.
She's not married, no, sir. She's pretty old. She's in her 70s. Her husband is dead.
I see.
And we have 2 secretaries that live here in the house. Personal secretaries.
When you were being raised on the farm back in Georgia, did you get some stimulus, particular impressions that has led you to this movement?
Well, I was on the farm working for my father. I was not married at the time. I was at home with him, and I helped him on his farm. And from a child up, as far back as around 7, 8 years old, I used to want to read, learn to read, and study the Bible. And religion I was studying up until the time that I was called to teach.
Yes.
Yes.
That was in Detroit.
In Detroit, yes.
I'm afraid, we are afraid that you are getting tired.
No, I'm not getting tired. You have some other important questions?
Newspapers all over the world report that black Muslims are indifferent to the present American or international policies. Is that true?
Is what?
American international policies at the present stage.
Is independent. What did you say?
Yes.
Independent.
Independent.
To the American policy.
Yes. Indifferent. Indifferent.
Indifferent.
Yes.
To her policy.
Yes. Shows no interest.
Well, one thing about it, in the first place, Americans don't have us participating in her policy making. The so-called American Negro don't take part in the making of America's policy. And we are not interested in it because we want to get out of America. We want to get out from under his power. That's what I mean when I say get out of America. Yes. We want to go for ourselves. We are tired of being dominated by a cruel enemy who have no mercy on us.
You yourself is, of course, indifferent to the policies that has been adopted by the Kennedy administration.
Well, I don't take any part in it and don't have knowledge of their policies. When it comes to our nation, south side of America, I have not any knowledge of it, and so therefore I can't say that I'm done this for a con, but I have nothing to do with it. We don't take no part in it, and we know very little about their policies.
He has only a few more questions.
That's all right. Just take your time.
It has been reported in newspapers that the activity of the black Muslims is quite similar to the activities of the Hitler administration in his nationalism.
Well, if Hitler wanted to make his people a better people and keep them to themselves and not to mix up with any other outside races. I have no objection to a race want to be themselves and keep their race pure. I think that's a fine policy. This is what I want to do, is to get my people out of the hands or the power of Americans who are destroying them by intermixing their blood with them. And this is destroying us here with him. And he seeks now to force an integration which will further destroy us through intermarriage and intermixing and sweethearting and causing of legitimate children of his, and our people will eventually sink into nothing. We won't be able to point with pride to say, here is one of us. If we keep allowing him to visit our home, come among our women folks, and leave children there by himself. I intend to put a stop to it if I can get enough behind me, even if it costs death of the woman and the man that is mixing. Point. I intend to do it if I ever get a little stronger.
In other words, can we look upon your ism as a nationalism in terms of races?
Well, I don't say that I have a ism in the first place. We don't have a ism. As I said in the beginning, my work is to separate our people from the white man and put an end to the destruction of both moral and life of our people under the white man.
Both moral and
life. He's destroying both.
Or in the same way that you are indifferent to Kennedy administration, are you indifferent to Arthur Spigen, the leaders of the movement, and Wilkins and Mr. Powell?
These organizations that you are referring to, who the head is Martin Luther King.
Yes, Martin
and Wilkins, the sit-in and the NAACP's activity in the South to try to get equality with the whites in transportation and eating places and living quarters and fair employment. This is all right for people who want to remain as a subject people. But I am not one to be a subject people any longer. I want to be independent. I want to see my people on earth here that they can call their own earth. And they up off from their knees, going after their needs instead of laying down at the feet of the white people, praying to them on their knees and bellies, begging them for what they have, instead of going, uniting, go out here and get this good earth here, and go to work and get whatever people's need. There we can get it out of the earth without begging. We want the freedom to go do something for ourselves.
All right, now he has met quite a few colored people in the United States since he came over. And some of the colored folks said that they sympathize with your movement here, but others said that they cannot go along with you Well, and the others said that they can go along with you to a certain extent, but above that, they cannot go alone. And Mr. Tsuji is interested in knowing how you collect funds to carry out your movement.
All the believers, followers, they give whatever they can of their earnings. They love the teachings, and they want to be free of the white man, and they give all they can to support this teachings throughout the country. And pardon.
Yes, sure.
And that the others who are dependent on the white man to support them forever, we're not concerned over them. They want to be too proud to accept the program that I have for my followers, and God, who have given it to me, that's immaterial with me. Whether they go along or not, we will be the winner.
He'd like to know some of the routines that you have in your daily life. You must be very busy, engaging in many activities. He'd like to know some of the things that you do every day.
Mm-hmm. Well, my greatest work is answering correspondence here and throughout the world, and forming speeches. I say and forming.
Yes, informing.
Yeah, not informing, but forming. F-O-R.
Yes.
M-I-N-G.
Yes.
Forming speeches
Yes.
for the people and taking care of problems of domestic affairs and business affairs of my followers. That's my daily work.
That makes you quite busy.
ご自身の講演は何でもされますか？
Or do you make speeches quite often yourself?
No, not too often, since that I have been bothered with bronchitis.
Yes.
But I do it in writing.
Could we get a copy of your newspaper of any date?
Yes, sir.
Just to see what...
This is the latest copy. Yes, sir.
初め入って入ってこられた時にご用心かと思っ
I
た
have 3 or 4
思ったんだけれどね。そうではない。
Alright. The first impression that he got of you was that you may be from the Far East.
Oh. No, sir.
No.
Not from the Far East.
Nice. Your ancestors were born in Arabia?
No, sir. Born here in America.
Oh, in America. Oh,
Yes,
so they came from Africa.
yes, sir.
Really?
That's right.
Africa?
Descendants of Africa.
So your father and mother were both colored people?
Yes, sir. They are.
But your skin is lighter than many colored people.
Well, due to the double mixing in our people's blood, you know,
Yes.
and we had them under slave.
Yes. You look more like Chinese or Japanese so far as skin is
Not
concerned.
people.
Yes.
Used to mistake me sometimes
Oh.
for such, and FBI, when they arrested me back in 42 for this teaching, they asked me, did people mistake me to be one of Chinese or Japanese? So I told them I didn't know. They said these things I don't know. They said, Dr. Takahashi.
Dr. Takahashi.
He used to visit my home lots when I lived in Detroit. And he would have his meals. That was when I first started this movement.
I see.
Yes, sir.
Or what was the reason on that particular time when you were arrested by FBI?
Well, Just they didn't want me to be out teaching my people that they was Muslims and they didn't have no rights to be in the war that they was in. They should not participate in a war against our own people. Going to war against you at the time, and that we should not fight our own people for my enemy of us both.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your
Well,
patience.
that's all right.
Sitting here so long.
Too glad because of the time that we're in now and what we are expecting of the change. We should meet sometime to talk.
まあ今ですね、この変動の時代ですね、これからも変化するだけのこういう時代に、まあできるだけこういう機会を持って話してなんてぜひ思ってる。
I'm very glad to get his appointment with the head of the great newspaper of your country. I'm very much honored to have him to visit my home. I hope that someday in the future, if he ever is in the state, to stop by again, we would be too glad to furnish him any material of ours. To put in his paper.
まあどういう資料でも喜んでいただけますからお呼びになります。Well, thank you very, very much.
You're so welcome.